Hey guys, Todd here. It's not often that I feel compelled to talk about something in the news. In fact, I rarely even watch the news because it's so negative all the time. I just want to stay positive in my life. But I do feel compelled to talk about the active shooter phenomenon that's not only happening in the US, but around the world. Not in the way you might think. I don't want to get into the rights and wrongs of gun control because ultimately it doesn't matter and it's not going to change what's happening in our lifetime. Even with strict gun control, countries still experience these kinds of events. Not only that, let's take a step back and stop making it about religion. That's just a media trick to sell advertising. Don't be fooled by that garbage. The bottom line is that's radical fundamentalism, and it exists across any belief system. There are those that can become radicalized environmentalists by reading Dr. Seuss's book, The Lorax. That's how they take things out of context. That's not everyday normal people. But there's more important things that are bothering me deeply. And I feel like I'm qualified to talk about them. I ran a SWAT team. During that time, I was an active shooter instructor. I've been around it, and make no mistake about it, my friend, this is real. This problem is not going away. But here's what bothers me most about it. It's one word, and that's complacency. And it is alive and well today. It has been since the beginning of time, and we're still not overcoming it. There's a quote, "For the waywardness of the simple will kill them, and the complacency of fools will destroy them." You can Google that, find out how long complacency has been around. No matter what we do about gun controls, none of that is changing. No matter which side of the debate you fall on, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you are prepared. Active shooter relies on ambush tactics, and the best way to survive an ambush in conventional military strategy is to move towards that with speed and aggression. In fact, I was talking to a guy over email this morning. John was telling me that a country overseas is aggressively training civilians to intervene. So that's going to be interesting to see how that shakes out. Generally speaking, an active shooter situation, people are going to die. You need to understand that. And it boils down to this simple question, really. Are you prepared? Most of our institutions today are being run by sheep. They couch their fear and avoidance in risk management and suggest that the likelihood of these events occurring in their community or workplace is low. That is crap, and it's frustrating beyond measure. Police agencies are training, and they're doing a good job of it. They're prepared to respond. But your survival isn't up to them, it's up to you. Policies and organizations aren't giving members the time to train. They have to fight tooth and nail to get it. In fact, I hear policymakers talk about how strength training is over the top. I don't even know what that means. A strong mind is forged from a strong body. End of story, period. At the end of the day, a police response is a Band-Aid. They can't predict it. It comes down to you. And if you're sitting here thinking, not in my town, not in my community, you might as well be nibbling on the grass in the pasture with the rest of the sheep. If you're not actively working towards defeating complacency daily, you're at risk. And I'm not asking you to go around and be paranoid. Just get yourself ready. Think about this. This weekend, you head out Christmas shopping. You're at Toys R Us. You hear the unmistakable sound of gunfire, and it's confusing because it's echoing throughout the place. Now it's up to you to make sure your kids and family, your wife, whatever, you're safe. But guess what? Your kids are frightened. They want you to pick them up. And between the two of them, that's 120 pounds. Now they're gonna hang on to you and they're gonna squeeze you for their life. You've probably got a hand free. So as you start to go to the exit, you do know where the exit is, don't you? Because that is survival 101. You're starting to head there, your wife's not with you. As you look back, she's down. Now what? There's another 100-pound plus load that you're gonna have to add. Are you prepared to handle it? How does this end? Are you gonna have to leave someone you love behind? Can you live with yourself? I sure as hell could not. Listen, there's a training matrix that exists in the world of tactics and high performance. It goes like this: low frequency, high risk; high frequency, low risk. You need to spend your time training for the things that might happen, not the things you do every day. Listen, I'm on a mission to transform the lives of 1 million men, to get them prepared. I don't write programs like Alpha or wave loading for you not to do them, for them just to collect dust. I write them so you're prepared. Employers are going to continue to rob time from you. Companies are going to continue to push garbage food at you. That's not an excuse. If all you can do is just barely carry your weight right now, it is time for you to change. I'm not kidding. Prioritize your training so that you're working toward a high level of prep. Continue to push yourself toward becoming the strongest version of yourself, both here and here. Let's face it, man, stronger people are harder to kill. Don't let the sheep confuse you by counting them, because there's plenty out there. Stay focused on what matters. Fight complacency. If you're in the trenches, then keep your head up and your gun up. And remember to clear your corners. As always, my friends, stand apart.